Hello, hello, hello. Hello, David. Hello, Kyle Busch fan, Matthew, Bailey, Austin, Curry Gaming, Bears back to back. PH was here earlier. Lala Larson's here. CXR Lido, how are you? Mason for life, how are you? We are here tonight for the penultimate race of the season here from the Nitro League. Next week will be the season finale. Hello, Riley. Hello, Cashinero. You see the chase standing, so of course I missed the first two races of the chase, which is why we are all the way down in last place. 72 points back. We won last week from Talladega, so that's exciting as we come into Richmond here for the second to last race of the season. And it's really a fight between Andrew, Matt, and Oppie, I would say. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'll definitely be looking to help a few of those guys if I can at certain times, but we'll see what goes on. Hello, Icebound. I got a surprise for you guys in tonight's stream, so if you stick around to the end of the race, I'm going to show you guys a little exclusive early sneak peek at all of the Season 5 paint schemes for the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode, because it was maybe 20 minutes ago I had just finished modding in all the full-time cars for the Cup Series grid for the paint schemes there. So you're gonna see like 95% of the paint schemes. We'll go through it pretty quickly because obviously there's gonna be a whole video on it early next week. And I still have to mod the Xfinity series and Truck series as well. So it's still going to be a little bit longer until the actual season starts, but we can at least get the off-season video out because I only show Cup cars in the off-season video, and I always save Xfinity and Trucks for the actual season. So yeah, we can get that out pretty quick as well. I'll have an Atlanta Super Speedway mod video going out on probably Monday. And then we'll do the off-season video probably Tuesday, and then we'll kind of focus in on taking a few days off after that video, and then get Season 5 officially underway. So that's kind of the idea right now. I should hop on the camera. I'm going to ping the Discord. Let me take down the point standings. You guys don't really need to see that now. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Let me go here, let me go there, let me go into Discord and do the @everyone ping live with penultimate round in Nitro League. There's Mr. Peanut in the Discord. Jay's not racing tonight, so we're on our own from the sounds of things, but that's okay. We're going to have some fun either way. Yeah, off-season video is going to be fun. All right, let me get on the camera now. Amazon Prime series. That's right. Sorry, not Xfinity anymore. I'll have to get used to calling it, the Amazon Prime series. It might become a lost scheme. In regards to the JRM driver who did really good IRL today, as in Connor Zilish or Carson Kvapil. Shout out to Carson Kvapil, actually. Yeah, he stepped up pretty well. I think he was a bit lucky that Connor Zilish got that damage, because I think Zilish would have been, cakewalking all over him without the damage he picked up, but still that doesn't really take much away from him because he still put up a great performance today. But yeah, Connor Zilish, shout out to him picking up the win. I think what do you guys think of the new layout at COTA? I thought the racing was really good for the new layout. I think it's going to be pretty good tomorrow as well, so I'm actually quite excited to see how that's going to go. Your first serious video this week. What's the video about? You think Busch will get a win this year? Yeah. Not many, but he'll win a race or two for sure, I would imagine. Last time I raced Nitro at Richmond, it was a crash fest. So I know they made a lot of changes since then, so I don't think we're going to see that tonight, fortunately. Still got 20 minutes till qualifying, so I'm not too worried about jumping into the car quite yet. Jesse Love. A Big Mac with a Shamrock Shake. W. Definitely we can look at Carson Guapel going up to Cup if there is a Season 6 of the career mode. Because we, as well, it depends on timing. As long as there's enough time, we'll have a Season 6. But it could be pretty close on making that happen. We got the BWT colors back on the car for Richmond. We've won in BWT colors. We've won in Target colors last week. We'll be racing the Target's paint scheme again. I'm running the wrong wheel preset here, so I need to stop and change that. I completely forgot that I was last playing NASCAR Heat. Mozza Pit House. I need that. How's your guys' weekend, by the way? It says my wheel is disconnected on Mozza right now. I'm confident that it's not, as I can see it working. But let me Mozza iRacing preset. Okay, we should be okay now. Yep, it's working fine. Where are you championship-wise? So I missed a couple chase races, so we're at the bottom of the grid. We are 10th. We were leading the points right at the end of the regular season. So could have very well had a championship run going. But didn't work out there, so. Ty Dillon will win COTA tomorrow. Happy Gaming, you're going to need to get a new H-ball. Oh yeah, we got IndyCar season opener tomorrow, don't we? I didn't watch any qualifying or anything. Did you guys see the IndyCar career mode video that I put out though? So that's gonna be exactly like Supercars, and you'll be getting an IndyCar video every time there's a real life IndyCar race. Oh boy. I haven't driven here in quite some time. Woo! It is very free. You're awful at Richmond. I don't think I'm very good at Richmond either, so I don't really know what to expect. I don't remember what I did here last season either in Nitro, but Nitro, it was a literal, oh my god, crash fest. I saw some race picks for tomorrow. Who do you guys have? 3 bold predictions for COTA tomorrow. Bold predictions. Chase Briscoe. Who else would be? I mean, just about anybody that's not Shane Van Gisbergen or an Elliott or a Larson or a Reddick would be bold. Like, I know Bubba Wallace qualified second, but He's got a pretty horrific road course record, although he's been running a lot better on road courses in the last couple of years. That would be very bold. But I think you're going to see a bit different of a race compared to like qualifying positions, because I didn't realize that the qualifying format was really stupid. So you have the first group of qualifying go out, and then you get the second group that can go out on a track that has been warmed up by the first group even further, and therefore can just by default run quicker than that first group. So that second group had a very significant advantage compared to all the Group 1 qualifiers. So I look at who ran best in Group 1, not who ran best in Group 2. So like I know Reddick was up there, Wallace was up there, Hocevar was up there in the top 3. I don't think any 3 of those are going to win. I think Reddick will be the best and he might run top 5, but outside of that, I think SVG, you got to just kind of watch out for him. Outside of SVG, Elliott for sure. Suarez looked good as well. And then, of course, Zilish making his Cup debut. That's going to be interesting. I don't expect him, although, like, he won today. I saw someone asking what my thoughts were on the Xfinity race. I thought it was great. Racing was fantastic the entire way. But it's still Zilish's first race in a Cup car with the guys with so much experience, so I don't think he will be competing for the win in his debut. But I think, like, a top 10 is a very realistic expectation for Connor tomorrow. Bowman will be a big factor. I don't see it personally, but yeah, honestly, P14 qualifying, and he was in Group 1, right? So you're already at a disadvantage. So I think Zilish did pretty well. Anybody that qualified top 10 in that went in Group 1, I think you have to watch out for tomorrow for sure. Yeah, Zilish, I was saying it earlier in the stream, because Carson Wappel was putting up a good fight towards the end of that race, but I was also saying he was pretty lucky that Zilish got that damage, because if Zilish didn't damage his car to that extent, it would not have even been a close competition. So it was a bit artificial looking there, but yeah, it was still really, really exciting to watch them guys go at it. And Austin Hill is also, he was up there in the mix, and it was just a really fun race to watch today. I watched it while I spent like 7 hours today modding NASCAR Heat 5 and just getting the Heat 5 roster prepared for Season 5. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I said that if you stick around to the end of this race, I'm going to be showing you guys a really brief overview of all the paint schemes, or pretty well all the paint schemes. There's going to be a few missing for the Cup Series at least in Season 5, since I've modded them now into the game. So you're going to see what they look like on the new Cadillacs and whatnot. It's going to be pretty cool. You did not just say 7 hours. I did. Usually it takes a minimum of probably 10 to 12 hours to mod all 3 series to prepare for a new season. And I prefer to get that done over a span of 2 days, because I hate like dragging it on and coming back to it. So I like to just get it out of the way, just boom, 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 boom. But yeah, as R says, it takes a good amount of time, because you got to go into every single car paint scheme slot, every single one you got to go into, and you have to change it. And as well, I'm really going into depth of changing the car numbers to be the proper car numbers in all 3 series, so that way I can stop having to make the post-race graphics for the race results, because those post-race graphics that I made every episode, that added like an extra over an hour of time to the video to make, wherein I could have been making more content instead of making these like 3 graphics. So now I won't have to do that anymore either, so that's going to be really, really nice. Yeah, modding Heat 4 for the car of tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it though, because it's going to be fresh. Where Heat 5, I'm like, oh my goodness, I've done this thing with the same kind of storyline, at least for now, like 5 seasons. What is JRM performance going to be like compared to JGR? So JRM is going to be a 5-star team. So JRM, Hendrick, Joe Gibbs Racing, Penske, those teams are all Trackhouse. Those teams are going to be 5-star teams. And then 2311 is like a 4.5. So, and they've got 2 all-stars on their team with Reddick and Blaney. So it's basically a 5-star team. They'll be performing to that standard. And then Andretti's kind of a midfield team. RCR is still a midfield team. We've got as well Legacy Motor Club. They're going to be towards the back. Rick Ware Racing is going to be obviously in the back. GMS will be kind of towards the back. And RFK as well, they're going to be a top team, 5-star team. So there's going to be a lot of teams that are really good for season 5, where I think that you're not going to see like a Kyle Larson 5-win season. I don't think. I think you're going to see like a lot of different winners come together in season 5. I brought up the Heat 4 Car of Tomorrow thing recently. So we're doing a 2008 career mode that goes from 2008 to like 2024. And we're going to continuously mod season after season and start with the 2008 Car of Tomorrow. I don't know when that's coming yet, because we haven't been quickly making progress on that one. That one's just been kind of just slowly kind of going. So it could still be a while until that comes out. Who is going to win tomorrow? I'm just going to go with Shane Van Gisbergen. Did you watch the Shrek 5 teaser? No, I did not watch the Shrek 5 teaser. Was it good? How are you going to do that? So Turn 4 Graphics put out Car of Tomorrow 3D models on his Twitter, and we're just gonna mod it into the game, just like we've done with the Cadillac and the Toyota here in Heat 5. The Sheldon Creed win tomorrow. You're gonna bet on SVG now? I guess that would be the safe bet, right? Thing is, like, it doesn't matter how good you are. If there's a late race restart, which we didn't see one today, fortunate for Connor Zilish, but if there's a late race restart with less than 10 laps to go, the guy that's probably best all day is quite unlikely to win the race. And that is very much a dig at NASCAR drivers, because they're just, a lot of them are just idiots on these late race restarts, and they'll just pile drive. So they all basically will become Carson Hocevar and just bulldoze. I know I can't really run quick here on lap 1, so do all the so the car of tomorrow models are free. Hello Metro, by the way. Reddick I think will definitely be in the mix. However, the Cadillac and the Toyota that's in the Heat 5 career mode, I had to pay for myself. Oh god. Don't want to do that in the race. But I had to pay for the Cadillac and Toyota myself, and it was like 200 Canadian dollars per model. Which is, I mean, they are really cool and they've added a lot to the series, but I can tell you at least there will not be any more new car models coming into the Heat 5 career mode. How do you put the models into the game? I have no idea. We have a guy in our Discord that knows how, and he kind of like takes control. How much to? Oh, real money. Here it is. There it is, Shazoid. I think at the time it was like 130 or something USD. It might have been 150 actually. I can't remember. But it was not, it was certainly not cheap. But I wanted it because I was like, okay, this is just going to be great for the series. Oh, there, okay, 138, okay, perfect. Oh my God. We got a wall rider. Now he's dead. Yeah, it's insane. I'll never do it again, I can tell you that. They're really cool, but just simply too expensive. Too expensive. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to upshift into 5th or not on the back straightaway. Front straightaway is obvious. Hi, Max. The formula going. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But yes, I was on a break. And I'll tell you why. So it was for like 2 reasons. I was, one, really busy with kind of getting the Going channel like back to the end of season 5 or season 4, and just kind of getting that where I needed it to be with the new series coming in and stuff. And but then also like I really lost a lot of motivation on the F1 side, just with like the way F1 gaming is right now, and I wasn't really having fun with the series that I was doing. So I was like, okay, I was just like, I'm just taking a break here. But I've kind of found basically, oh my God, it's loose. I figured out what I want to do now. At least, so I am working on figuring that out, because I'm not just gonna stop the F1 thing. I'm not gonna start that just to give up on it. So my idea is basically restart. How do I say it? Like reignite the Trackhouse F1 24 career that I was doing, but turn it into a 2025 career mode. Grind out 2 or 3 seasons before the new game. Do everything that I originally wanted to do, that I didn't do, and do that. And then I'm thinking about starting a classic career mode series as well, that is on F1 2020 with all the mods and classic cars. So yeah, you could get your F1 career mode rumors going, Lala. But F1 gaming is very bland. But yeah, I like lost the motivation, and then now I've kind of like it's coming back again because I'm like, okay, I know kind of what I want to do now. Like obviously F1 24 is still really limited, but I'm gonna sim some seasons as well in like the career and kind of let some like driver transfers kind of happen and take place. So then that will at least be a bit refreshed, and then we'll kind of go from there. And yeah, I knew like as soon as I started the like my problem was when I started the F123 series back up, because F124 I was like really upset with. Like from the moment I started it, I was like, I don't really want to do this, and that was a big problem. I was just like, the game's great, but I was like, I had gone backwards before from NASCAR 21 to NASCAR Heat 5, and I hated doing that. I mean, it's worked out great, now I love it, but I hated having to go backwards, and then doing it again on the F1 side really like destroyed the motivation over there, because it's like, oh my god, I gotta do this again. But now we're gonna go back and kind of just not taking no for an answer, and we're just gonna do it basically. Yeah, I think F125. I've heard a very few that I can't tell you publicly. I've heard a very few behind the scenes things for F125 that's not fully confirmed so far, and I still don't really know what to expect. Basically, what I do know, what I've heard to almost expect is to not really be surprised if the game is out in May again. Does it sound good? I don't know. That I genuinely don't know. All I got to do, I think, if we can, so look at what F1 Manager 24 just did, right? F1 Manager 24. So we know there's not going to be an F1 25 manager, unfortunately. But when you look at what they just did with their big update, they added custom schedules. They added your own tool to make roster changes. Make your own characters in that game. If the F1 games can just bring those simple 3 things right there into F1 25, that adds so much life to the game. 3 simple things that I just listed that we were always told you couldn't do in F1 games by Codemasters and by EA just got proven to be completely untrue by who I don't know who makes the F1 Manager games, but either way, the developers completely proved the EA and Codemasters to be lying in that sense. So if they could just bring those 3 simple things into the F1 25 game, we've got a great game. And on top of that, if you can just add a bit better handling model, it doesn't have to be insanely better, because F124's handling, it did improve. It still wasn't great, but if you could just add those 3 simple things, you've got yourself a way more lifespan added to the game, and just it's gonna be way more enjoyable for everybody. And everybody can create their own story. And don't even get me started, I hate Codemasters and EA right now, though. They're just so lazy. Frontier, that's who it is. Yeah, that's where my idea came from. I saw Matt's been doing it. Of course, you guys know I do like career mode with Matt on the 2-player stuff, and he's always been doing that. So I'm looking at doing that series alongside the F124 reignited kind of thing for the next few months. So we just do a couple months of F124, kind of finish off it, and then go into F125. But if F125 is a terrible game, then I will definitely be stopping the F1 videos, guaranteed at that point. I think F1 Manager is on PS5, isn't it? It's on consoles. See you later, happy game. All right, let's qualify. I just put it into reverse. That's not what I want to do. I don't know what my expectation here is for qualifying. I don't feel great at Richmond. I just simply don't feel confident when I race here. And I think it shows. I think I'm going to run like a slow first lap on purpose because I know I'm not really going to get a lot of speed. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, it's so loose. That felt pretty good. I feel like I'm not braking late enough, deep enough. So I feel like right there, in both turns 1 and 3, I felt like I just gave up like 3 or 4 tenths of a second. So I'm down in P7, and yeah, I definitely didn't give up that much because we're 2 tenths off pole. But oh, that's not where I want to be. We're currently P8. Yeah, iRacing did change the steering wheel model. They also changed the audio of the next gen car in their last update that they did. How many laps? 200 laps in this race. Short track, of course, Richmond. If we go green, it won't take that long. Running just over 20-second lap times, of course. Jay is not here. Don't know where. He told me, he texted me like an hour before the race. He's like, I'm probably not going to be there, but I didn't bother to ask why. So I'm not quite sure what his situation is, but he's not here. So we're on our own tonight. F1 25 and NASCAR 25 be playable would be a good baseline to start. I am very much with you on that. You should make more F1 manager videos. I think it's a fun game. F1 Manager is a fun game to play, but it's not a fun game to make videos on just for me. I did one video on it, and it was on F1 24 Manager, F1 Manager 24. And when I was playing it, I was like, oh, this is fun. I love the whole like aspect of managing the team and watching the race play out and stuff. But I don't know. I don't really enjoy making videos on it. So yeah, it is pretty boring to watch. I agree. If you're maybe looking for something really chill, then F1 Manager is really good to watch. But like for me, I found myself bored making the video and commentating on the video, like in the first video that I did for the series. So I knew right then, I was like, well, if I'm bored making this, the viewers are definitely going to be bored as well. So it's just, immediately I was just like, well, this is just pointless. So if I'm not having a great time making the videos, then certainly no one's going to have a great time watching the videos either. So how are the standings for this looking? I can show you the standings right now. We are at the bottom of the grid for obvious reasons. We missed the first 2 races of the playoffs. 2 races left in the season. We're coming off of our second win last week, but there you see the points on your screen. Andrew, the 51 car, who starts, by the way, in first. He's on pole. He is 6 points ahead of third place starter Matt O'Brien. We qualified 10th. That's rough. But I wouldn't be surprised if we were around there all night. I'm just not great at Richmond. So, Oppie as well. He starts P6. He is 14 points back. Ryan Marin in the 24. He is in 4th, and he also starts 4th. So of the top 2 that are right together, I like Matt because he's my friend. So I will certainly, if it comes to it, I'll race Andrew hard and let Matt go if I need to, because I'd rather see Matt win the championship.
Under green flag,
I like Andrew too.
call out that you're pitting
Matt's
because
cooler.
you are breaking on the racing line.
Andrew, yeah, Andrew has 6 wins.
As always, restarts.
We are
green.
in the chase. I guess
Every
we're tied
restart
for the
after
most
that,
wins
leader
in
has
it too.
choice of
So.
lane and can go anywhere in the Geico restart zone. Other than that, I just kind of want to point out, last time we were here, it was probably the
worst
race
Nitro
we've had
race
in
ever.
league history.
Yeah, there you have
There
it.
was a few factors that went into that race that we shouldn't have this time around, but just make sure we take care of each other, and hopefully we can have more short tracks like this in the future.
How many cars do we have here tonight?
Wasn't
19.
that the time
Okay.
before last?
I might be dumb. It's very possible.
Last time when we had 2 cautions.
Okay.
Yeah, last time was fine. It was the one before that was a mess.
McLaren and Aston Martin are switching to Honda next year. I forgot about that too. Well, I remembered Aston, but I totally forgot about McLaren. McLaren going back to Honda. Last time McLaren was with Honda, we saw how that went.
If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. I think I did a very terrible job of briefing.
We got a lot of
everyone
racing
today.
on the way. We got IndyCar starting tomorrow. We have F1 starting sometime soon. Is it next week or is it the weekend after?
I think
I
you did
can't
a
remember.
wonderful job.
I do. I'm excited that Australia is the season opening race again. I always felt like that was the right way to start a season in F1 is
If I've done a
at
wonderful
Australia,
job, I would
so.
be DQ'd already.
March 14th. Thank you, Nexus. 16th. If I'm not
I love how I
mistaken,
can
so
walk
we
up the
can't
front
mod
and
driver
walk up
transfers
the
in
rear.
F1 24, but I've heard from, I believe it was Sanok told me that
Thanks,
you can
fine. I
mod
love
the
it.
calendar
Yeah,
in
fun
F1
night.
24. So
Hey,
I'm gonna look into
Gil.
that before I actually like get things back rolling on there because I would like to do that.
The game is tied.
So I'm excited to watch some Formula One again.
How the fuck did they blow that?
Who do you guys have
Well,
this
we have
year
over
as the
double
top
shots,
drivers or teams? I feel like Mercedes is gonna kind of be where they left off last year. I'm really interested to see where Ferrari lines up, and then in Red Bull too. I
I'm
mean, they
sorry,
struggled
you
so
have a
much
Debrecen
towards the
jersey?
tail end, really the last half of 24.
No, I have a cider jersey, and he betrayed me.
Leclerc, and then McLaren team champs. I can see
Okay, Mario,
McLaren winning the
180
team
degrees
for
now.
sure.
Fuck.
Williams top 16. I'm curious to see how
I haven't
Haas
paused
does
for
as
a
well.
while,
I mean, they
yeah.
stepped up so much last year. I want to see if they keep that
you
momentum
tried
going
turning?
or if they kind of flatline or if they go backwards, either one. I really don't know what to expect from them.
Oh!
All right, we got 20 seconds.
I'm so fucking sorry.
Waiting till the first practice session. That's very fair. I haven't really paid much attention to testing. I never do. I don't really ever care about preseason testing. I also just wait until we get to the actual race weekend and I'm like, okay, here's where they're stacking up. So
Huh.
Leclerc, Russell, Norris, and maybe Verstappen. How do you guys think Lawson's gonna do in the Red Bull this year? Have a good night, Bailey. Isn't there a Honda Civic
one
template
other
pinned
thing,
in
I should
my
probably,
ping
warn
booth
you guys
chat in the
about.
Discord?
I'm not going to be very forgiving tonight when it comes to going through stalls. So if you're over 5, because it's a curved fit road, you're
You
getting,
hear the
sent to
threat from
the back
race
of the line
control.
or
We
drive
can't
through.
drive through too many pit stalls tonight. We'll get hit
Wait, you
for
were
it.
forgiving?
The trick is to be so slow. You qualified the back and pit on the straight.
Big brain.
I didn't qualify.
Yes, I have been forgiving in the past. I've seen people go through 6, maybe even 7 stalls on straight pit roads under green flag conditions. And
Yeah, I think
just
Law's gonna
think
do
he's
okay.
good.
I don't think he's gonna
All right,
do
Pete,
great.
Andrew, I know you only have like 5
But I think
feet
he'll hold
before
his
the pit
own.
road ends, but you gotta get as far as right as possible. And
If you could go back in time in your career mode, what would you change?
I would be driving in a straight line on the exit.
What would I change? My career mode if I could go
Well,
back?
like the first like 3 guys get to do it.
I don't know. I really don't. Hey. Hey, there you go. Yuki needs something. I hope Yuki ends up going to Aston Martin or something. Or somewhere. He needs to get out of the Red Bull pipeline, obviously. He's way too good. I mean, of course, it's been cool to watch his progression because he went from a bit of a careless, borderline reckless driver that was very inexperienced, really quick but really reckless, to now, I mean, in straight up form and talent, I think he's a top 5 driver. So if you put him in a car capable, he is going to be very, very competitive. I did see apparently Red Bull like use a clause in their contract to keep him from leaving last year, and then proceeded to not give him the Red Bull seat. Do you think Lewis Hamilton could win his 8th for Ferrari? I do. I absolutely do. I don't think Lewis Hamilton is washed in any form. A lot of people seem to think he's kind of old and washed. I don't really think that's the case. George Russell like beat him last year, right, in the points, but not by much. And that's in a year where Lewis Hamilton announced he's leaving Mercedes. They cut him off from everything, and he still put up great results compared to his teammate who had all the support. I feel like tonight we could maybe benefit from, like, I feel like I like to save tires a lot more than, not everybody, but the majority of the grid. If it stays green, I feel like this is a track we could really benefit from that tonight. I could be wrong. I could just suck tonight. That might just be the issue. Yeah, I think, like, yeah, you talk about Lewis, like, a lot of F1 fans were dogging on him for Russell being, you know, better than him, but you got to keep in mind, when you are leaving a team, and it even happens in NASCAR, but even more in F1, when you're leaving a team, they cut you off from so much support and resources for the rest of the season. So if George Russell didn't beat Lewis Hamilton last year, that would have been a very concerning thing if I was Toto Wolff. And in my opinion, he didn't beat... I don't think Russell beat Hamilton enough given the situation. So I think, honestly, Russell underperformed quite a bit compared to Lewis because of that. There's just something about Richmond I just don't click with. I really like short tracks, especially in this car. But I don't know what it is. When I come to Richmond, I just don't have it. So usually my goal is a top 5. Tonight we're gonna lower that goal to a top 10, which I think we're 10th right now, right? No, we're 11th. Okay. Your weakness for iRacing short tracks? I feel like short tracks are my strength in iRacing. I go to Martinsville and I'm immediately way more of a threat at like a Martinsville than I am anywhere else. And then road courses is probably my next in line, and then probably, honestly, probably my weakest link is probably like mile and a halves. But then there's quite a few mile and a half tracks that I do well at. For whatever reason, Charlotte, I really gel with Charlotte in iRacing. But then there's other mile and a halves I just don't. Like Vegas is a really good one for me. Trying to think of ones I suck at though. Atlanta, like old Atlanta, I should say now. Before they changed that to a super speedway, I was really bad at Atlanta. But I would say this is probably, Richmond is probably my worst short track that I can think of off the top of my head. Like I go to Martinsville and I'm usually in contention. Same for Bristol. North Wilkesboro we won at here this season in Nitro. And then I come to Richmond and I'm just like, I'm 11th. So I don't think, without the right scenario, we're definitely not going to be in the conversation to defend our win from last week tonight. Who's leading right now? Matthew Morton. No surprise by that. Andrew's in second, so he leads the championship to start this race by 6 points over Matt O'Brien, who's in fourth. So 2 spots behind Andrew. Riley caught the wall pretty good there. Hi, Jay. Jay, there's Jay. Jay, where were you? Why aren't you racing? Canadian Tire is a really fun track. Absolutely. I love the that one specific section at Canadian Tire where you go downhill, that sweeping left-hander, then you go back uphill with the sweeping right-hander, then you have the 2 double right-handers at the very top of the hill. Really technical part of the circuit, but really fun.
Have a scary offie.
You're good.
Got a toothache that made my head feel like, that's so hard to read, feel like one giant headache. Oh, why do you got a toothache? That is no good. Is that what it's called? Moss Corner? Sounds like we'll get to see that in real life, finally, in May. 4 days now. Have you, 4 days toothache, have you called a dentist yet, Jay? Or made an appointment, I should say. 23 flat for the leader? Okay, that's about a 10th and a half better than myself right now. Giving it the weekend to see if it goes away. That's fair. Well, hopefully it goes away. Everyone is a single file right now. Oh. Can we pass on the outside here? I don't really know. We're going to find out. I would say yes. Considering we just cleared them, I would vote yes. Into the top 10. I'm usually not going to celebrate being in the top 10, but Richmond I will. How far back am I? I'm like 70 points behind, which was all in the first 2 races of the playoffs that I wasn't there. So we are not in the championship picture at all. We're just here to try and win, which was what we did last week. We showed up last week in Talladega, said, okay, we can't win the championship. Let's just go win a race, and we did that. Tonight, probably not going to be the situation we find ourselves in. I'm curious to see my long run pace, that's for sure. I think that's the only advantage, because I'm not great at Richmond, but I think my one advantage I do have that I can kind of lean on is my long run pace. Welcome on in, Camu. How are you? I'm seeing some drivers like Shane right here sliding the rear end around a lot more than I am. That's kind of the one thing I'm trying to avoid, especially early, is just sliding. Yeah, we're almost at lap 30 already of 200. Like I said earlier, if you're here at the end of this race, I am quickly going to go through the Heat 5 Season 5 paint schemes that I've modded into the game today. It took me like 7 hours to do it, but they are in the game. So I'm going to show you guys those. Oh.
I felt that one, Gary.
That was not fun. I don't know what he said to me there. Doing good, CJ. How are you? 23-2. Okay. Our lap time's not looking too bad now. Someone mentioned fuel. We still got 96 laps of fuel in the car, so we can run long. Obviously, in Nitro, there's different kind of strategies that can play out. If this race runs green, you're going to see some trying, you know, we can do this in, what is it? It's a one-stop race, mathematically. But you could definitely try to two-stop it. It depends on the tire fall off, which right now we're running at 23.2, and that's around just over half a second slower than my quickest time. So I don't know if the tire fall off is going to be enough to warrant trying to make a two-stop viable here. So I think everyone's probably going to roll with the one-stop idea. How many showed up? I think 19 were here. Ugh. I wonder what happened, like, if I just stay in 5th. I feel like it'd be a little bit friendlier on grip. My least favorite track? Probably like, I don't really enjoy driving Rockingham. So I'd probably go with Rockingham. Now on the current Cup schedule, probably Pocono. I just get bored at Pocono. Jay, when I loaded into practice, there was like 10 people, and I was like, oh boy, there's gonna be like no one here. Fortunately, it filled up a bit. You think Shkoda should get extended on the schedule? Let's wait until tomorrow. Wait and see what the race is like tomorrow before we say. But if it's anything like the Xfinity race, which usually Xfinity's way better, so it won't be as good, but if it's decent, let's keep it. I think the new layout is going to be a good change for the series. I think the new layout is going to be what keeps, you know, what saves that kind of the track on the calendar. Oh no, what happened to physics? You want to build an inverted Watkins Glen. A backwards lap around in Watkins Glen. Has anyone ever done that? Because it is an adventure. It is wild. Ah. I mean, we're reeling these two in suddenly. I don't know what I'm doing that's just suddenly working, or if it's just a tire wear. I wouldn't be surprised if this race went green the whole way. We've done it before. Oh, Chaffee with a bit of a mistake there. PH, what's going on? Have you done your race yet? Who's that behind Riley? Martin, okay. How was your race? Where did you finish? Passing is not easy here. You're kind of just hoping, you know, the guy in front of you slips up and then like that. And then you pounce on it.
Sorry, Auntie, I was trying something.
Should NASCAR add Canadian Tire to the schedule? Like to Cup? I would say to Cup, no, because they could find a better track for Canada. Like Montreal would just kind of fit better. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great racetrack, but for the Cup Series, I think the venue itself is too small. You'd want like a Montreal or something, or what if they did Toronto street course or something? An IndyCar doubleheader weekend. Ugh. Everyone's coming back soon. We had a nice conversation about it earlier. But yeah, it's coming soonish. But I want to have content ready to roll, like in advance, so it's still gonna be like, don't be surprised if it's, you know, another like 3 weeks. I'm trying really hard to not slip the rear end right now. Because when I'm not sliding, our pace is okay. It's not a 23.4, it's a 23.5, so we're like a tenth off of what the leader's doing, which is not bad after 55 laps, but obviously that's going to add up as these laps go on. But when Matthew Morton's in your race, you're not really trying to beat him. He's just better than everybody. He almost made the Coke Series. And then he comes in. It's a race of a field of casual people, and then a guy that's almost in the Coke Series. I agree with SVG. Hopefully, I love SVG, so I'd love to see him win. We are reeling in Chaffee here. It's just taking time, and I know when we get to him, it's also going to take time to actually pass him. Oh, there's 2 tenths right there. I need some water so bad. But we're not going in a straight line long enough to get a drink.
I think Riley is quicker than I am right now, so that's a bit of a concern. I keep getting close to Chaffee, and then I screw up, and then I give up the time that I gained on him, and then have to gain it all back again, and then I start gaining it back, and then I make another mistake. He just made a mistake, so that helps. Someone is really experimenting up there, all the way up to the outside wall. Chaffee, I think, starting to struggle here. We might be able to pounce on him. Thing is, like, I can't just roll over and let some of these guys go. Like, I know Riley's quicker than me right now, but I don't want to just roll over and let him by me. But if he certainly gets, like, me in a compromised spot, I'm not going to fight him, because he's definitely quicker. Yeah, we're going to show them all on stream as soon as this race is over, but in terms of videos, I'll be showing Ford next, and then Honda. Ooh. Come on, I want to pass him. We're in P9 currently. Wonder if I should lower my brake bias a bit more. Oh. Oh, we rolled through 1 and 2 really good right there. We're rolling turn 2 really well compared to Chaffee, but he seems to be even, or if not a bit better than me right here when we hit turn 4. Although he's struggling a little bit. Not quite close enough yet. Can show the nose, but if he leaves it open, I'm going to at least try to get in there, but he's going to close that door. Oh, hey, let me have it. Appreciate you. I'm very surprised you just let me go. Certainly didn't have to.
Pitting.
Oh, wow. He's 7th. Right here. Pitting already, so he's 2-stopping. You can maybe make it. No, I don't know. I don't want to like go until the fuel is out, but I do want to go longer into this run. I don't know what the strategy is. I really have no clue. I'm just going to keep driving in circles until I decide to hit. Who are you going to root for in F1 this year? Really like Carlos Sainz and the Albon lineup. So maybe Carlos specifically. Hello there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. You think Hamilton will win? I think Hamilton can win the 8th, but maybe not this year. Maybe like next year. Then again, we have the regulation changes coming, so you know, what if Ferrari gets those regulation changes wrong or something? It's anything can happen. That's for sure. Who's this coming up on us? Joseph. Okay, he's already pitted. Wow, look at the speed from cars that got 4 tires. He's not going to make it easy, that's for sure. Oh, we got him. For now, he's going to get the run. Oh, I'm sliding as well. All right, we got the spot. P6. I would love a caution. Not for regrouping us up, but for a break. Who's this behind me? Sean, okay. Yes, I do want a yellow. Give me the yellow. Oh. Do you think the NASCAR Cup Series should replace the Prime portion of the NASCAR Cup Series to the CW portion? I don't know. CW has been really good. Got to hand it to CW. They have been exceptional so far in their very short time of broadcasting, so they're making a very good case for themselves, I'll say that. Am I closing in on 5th? No, I'm not. Okay. The car behind me just disappeared. He's back. I think when Prime... Oh!
What the hell just happened?
Oh, it's the championship leader that's
Well, I don't
around.
know if your spotter works, but he should have told you 3 wide because somebody went around the top.
The championship leader's around.
There you go.
Yes. Oh, I about wrecked myself into turn 1 there.
I did not hear it was 3 wide. But I didn't feel like I came at all.
I don't know where the pit... Oh. Where's my pit box?
Sorry, Martin. Sorry I didn't bunch up to this.
Jonathan, how you doing? Oh, I need a drink.
It's freaking frustrating. My leg keeps going freaking numb. I don't know what the hell is wrong with my setup.
I don't know if this is good or not, but my right front is 74, my right rear is 78.
What was my tires at? 81 and 77, 87 and 7. I hope I didn't drive through too many pit boxes right there.
We're gonna go with EOL in the 24. 24 went up quite a bit. 51 came down a little bit, but the 24
Chavez's having the blame. Poor Chavez. Oh, that caution, that's huge for us. That leaves us still. We're almost halfway through the race already, but we're P6, so we have benefited
That's
quite
kinda bullshit,
well.
but whatever. I can't really go all the way up for the normal line when there's a car there.
Why am I supposed to know that if I don't know we're 3 wide?
We'll have to take a look at the replay. It just seems we got some
How the
drama.
hell did I jump you three in the pits?
Took a slow start, or rolling start out of my pit. So you were able to jump me. And I don't know what happened to Mark.
Now we're 5th because the 24 got a penalty for causing the caution. Jay is a good man. Can we get a shout out to Jay Cook? He's got a toothache for 4 days.
I'm a slow car, and
Can
I
we get
got
a-
3 fast people behind me.
Hope you feel better, Jay, in the chat. Thank you for the 27 months, Icebound. I appreciate you. And now I'm not going to be as good as these guys here in the top 3, so I'm not going to stick here. Yeah, it's literally all Matthews here in front of us. Shout out to Jay.
I want to talk about that after the race, don't you?
Gotta remember cold tires. I let Matt have it right there. I understand his situation in the championship, so I'm not gonna try and put him in a bad spot right now. And now he's got track position over Andrew, as I nearly wrecked myself out of the race. That would have been really awkward.
Gary, you're lucky I didn't kill you. My wheel's 90 degrees to the right.
I saw it and I just kind of committed anyways because I didn't even care if he wrecked me there.
The second I let off the gas, it just snapped to the left.
These top 3 are just straight up. I mean, they're just better than me right now. That's... Ooh, I'm really stupid. But yeah, they're just straight up better than me. I got nothing for them. We're gonna keep grinding though. You never know what can happen in these races. Watch it go green to the end. Obby's going for the lead. Go Oppie. He still can mathematically win the championship unless he wrecks himself. Oh! He wrecked
They are
himself.
I was on the brake, kind of locked up.
Man, my spotter like never called that wreck either.
Do we want tires or not? I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't say anything. I didn't know they were wrecking until the yellow came out. And I was already on Gale's ass when it happened.
I almost piled into that. I was like, I can gain some track position here, and I kind of wanted track position. Looks like they're staying out. Maybe. Yeah. Some are definitely going to pit, but somehow we're up to second position. I don't know, how many laps did we run there? That was probably like, what, 10 laps? We could have pitted, but I don't see a lot of people. Doesn't really look like anyone's boxing here. Poor Oppie. He is going for the lead. He just cooked it a little bit too much there into turn 1. Morton's taking the outside, so we're going to be lining up on the bottom. Jay's got a good point, but it's so hard to pass. I don't want to, you know, I really don't want to give up track position. 8 to 9 laps, okay. You got big news. Hello, Rob. What's the big news? We were running like what 9th and 10th for the majority of the 97 laps, and now we're second place. Oh, you're going to the Montreal race. W. That would be a nice event to go to. I would love to go there sometime. Hope you have fun. So he wants the top, so... You're going to the Homestead race for your birthday. Happy early birthday.
Karma, what happened? How did they sell?
What?
What wheel do you use? Mozza FSR wheel on the R12 Mozza wheelbase.
Don't think about it. I'm talking about something else, not what you're thinking about. Never mind. We're not on the same page.
Thanks for spoiling. Appreciate it.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Ah. Yeah, Shane's gonna get me right here. He got a really good run off of 2. I just had a bad restart. Wasn't terrible. I mean, we at least maintained with second into the corner, but they're wrecking behind us. I think they saved it, but I saw it in the mirror.
I was gonna say, Chappie, I don't know how you saved that.
The 2 championship leaders are side by side right behind us. Contact between the 2.
That was insane.
Matt just dropped back a bunch because of that contact. He's down to, I don't even know. He's down though. Halfway. I'm just gonna let these 2 kind of, you know, fight it out. So we can very comfortably make it to the end of this race. So if it stays green, we're not going to be boxing. So it's all going to come down to tire saving at this point. We're really lucky in terms of we've got really solid track position that I'm going to try my best to kind of, you know, take advantage of here. Well, now I think we take tires. I think we take tires now.
Did I already say that?
We still have 3 sets of tires. And I think there's going to be enough of a drop-off.
Completely spun out.
Looks like it was in fact a 7.
Cause of caution, Garrett self-sim was doing better sim.
We're going to pit here. We're going to pit. I think everyone's going to pit. Yeah.
You're fine, Mark. If it was later, I may not have backed off.
Oh, I almost overshot it. How long have you simmed race? I'm off and on for like 5 years now, since 2020. Andrew got the benefit of being the first pit stall. He didn't have to go anywhere. So we're going to drop 1 spot to 4th. Is Austin Dillon in the field? How many laps left? You should be able to see it on the right bottom of the screen, but we got 94 coming to 93 to go here. Any tips for road courses on Heat 5? Probably the one type of track in Heat 5 where you have to be patient on the throttle. Don't just mash it. There's some corners you can absolutely just pin it, but there's certainly lots of corners where you can't. I should get an overlay that has a better lap count or something. I'll see if I can work on that.
But yeah, Chepe, that was a good save.
How much is your setup worth? Like specifically the wheel
Waiting for an
and stuff?
apology.
In Canadian, it was like the wheel,
Chef,
the
I thought I
base,
hit you after you were already sideways. I'm
the
sorry.
shifter,
I didn't think I hit you that hard.
and the
necessarily, 'cause I thought I
frame
just hit you when you were like already dead
was
sideways.
probably like
No, you
close to
missed your fucking
3,000
brakes.
Canadian. Man, Chaffee is not happy at all.
I'm not fitting in it.
The logo. Oh, there's the logo
Yeah, I
in the
thought
way.
I was
I should get
causing
rid of that logo. That
For
overlay.
real.
I'll try to change that going forward, but we got 92 coming to 91 to go
Wish I
for the
would've
restart
head onto the
here.
wall.
Oh, I didn't notice we had some people stay out. Oh boy. Oh, we're not going. Nice.
Sorry, Karma, I'm getting shoved into you.
We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
My bad, Ryan. I couldn't check up.
Who could have possibly seen Gale Force staying out and causing a crash? I would have never expected that one.
You guys really gonna take out Morden in that one?
No, he was the one that turned me.
Oh, explains that then.
I'm not pitting.
Matthew L. Morton would like me to relay the message that he was quote-unquote loose in front of him and he couldn't check up in time.
That was my same excuse when I dumped him at Iowa last season.
Core is Nitro, Nitro is Core. Hey, we had 1 caution in the first 80 laps. Now we've had 3. Back to back to back. Nitro is back, baby. We did a 360 no scope, and we gained track position. So
You're just wondering.
now I say we only gained 1 spot, but we did
Can you
gain.
check my nose?
Cause of caution was the 5 car. The 67 was not off the pace enough to justify hitting him.
I disagree with that. I was lifting more than I had all race long to make sure Mahu didn't run over Gale, and I didn't run over Mahu, but... Oh, we definitely got some
Where's the
damage, I'm
pace
sure,
car?
but... Honestly, a damaged car might be better at this point. Maybe it'll tighten it up a little bit. I think the problem with this car is it's too loose. So if we can get damage to tighten it up, I'm gonna keep that damage. What are those tracks you have to be patient with? Sonoma, for sure. Road Atlanta, a little bit. Couple corners at Watkins Glen, maybe. Those are the ones that come to the top of my head, at least. I think a Corvette would look
doing EOL
really
or
ugly
no?
on a Cup car, so I would say no. Well, there's only one way to find out if the car is okay. We're gonna go green and see what happens here. If the car sucks, we'll maybe get a caution in another lap. And then we'll pit again and fix the car if that's the case. But I think we're gonna be fine here. We got hit a couple times, but it wasn't like heavy hits. I think Cadillac would be great. That's why we're doing it in the career mode. Yeah, we're okay. Car's fine. If there's any damage, it's not enough to feel, so. Yet. I think Matt was taken out in that crash. From the sounds of it, so that's perfect for Andrew to win the championship. Andrew could kind of lock up this title right here in 84 laps. I don't know where Matt's running. I'm going to try and go through the order. Okay, no, he's on the lead lap. He's in 11th, so you guys can't see it, but I can. I think I'm overdriving turn 1 just a bit. I feel like I'm okay in turn 3, but... Oh, big moment for second. I'm going to try and save some tire now and just wait and kind of let things play out a little bit. We still got 82 laps to go, so we're going to do, I think, we got about the length of that first green flag run, I think, to do, if I'm not mistaken, so. I'm going to save, but I'm also going to make sure try to make sure we don't give up any track position. I think I'm definitely going way too deep into turn 1. That was not ideal.
Oh, my balls are sweating.
Okay, that was not a bad lap. I wanted to make sure I could still run a decent lap. You guys talking about manufacturers? Gen 7 for sure. I see Mahu in my mirror. He's coming back through the field. Matthew Morton, that is. He is the fastest car here, as usual. So he's going to be working his way up to me very shortly here. I'm not really going to be able to do anything about it, so. He's already come from the back. He had the EOL for causing that caution, so. Ugh. Atlanta is great. I don't think we've done a stream since the Atlanta race, so I talked about it on the podcast with Jay that you guys can listen to here on YouTube, or if you want on Spotify as well under the Going Racing podcast. But Atlanta race was fantastic. Loved everything about that race. The finish sucked, obviously, but outside of that, great race. Yeah, it does seem like Atlanta is getting better with age. I'm curious to see, though, if that continues or if it goes a different direction as, you know, the next 2 or 3 years go. But right now, it's I don't think you could get anything better for a super speedway currently. Atlanta is what everybody wants Daytona and Talladega to be. If we could have that type of racing at Daytona and Talladega, oh, we would be feasting as NASCAR fans. I know that Matt O'Brien's got to be feeling some pressure right now. He's got 68 coming to 67 to go. The championship leader is right in front of me, who started this race with a 6-point advantage over Matt, and currently Matt is only up to 9th. So he's got to find some track position quickly. What are you guys' thoughts on the whole Carson Hocevar situation? I had very passionate thoughts on it. It's pretty straightforward, but I like aggressive drivers. I love aggressive drivers, but there's a line between aggressive drivers and drivers that are just simply driving stupid. And I think Hocevar right now is on the line of stupid, not aggressive. So if you want to talk about a driver that's aggressive, look at Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick is a near perfect example of a driver that's aggressive. He gets up on the wheel, he races hard, he makes some really bold moves, but he races fair, he races clean, he doesn't run over people. He, of course, had the moment with Chris Buescher in Darlington. It's maybe the only time I can think of where he screwed up, but outside of that, I mean, you know, that move in Homestead, Miami for the win, that's aggressive. That was aggressive. That's the type of aggression you want to see from drivers. They put it all on the line, not the, I'm just going to go bulldoze these guys out of my way. And for whatever reason, a lot of people are like, that's the aggressive driver, that's great. No, 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 no. And what as well bothers me about Hocevar is if you race him hard, if you give it back to him, he'll just right hook you. Like, it's an embarrassment, but I think he's loaded with talent. He's very quick, and I think at some point he will kind of clean it up. So I'm not too concerned about him, but ever since the Truck Series and through to now, he doesn't drive aggressive. He drives like an idiot. So I'm gonna let Mahu have it here if he wants it, but I don't think I have much left in the tank here, so we'll see how this 59 lap run goes. But yeah, Tyler Reddick is aggressive, but he's fair, and he doesn't go in there, you know, with the intent to just run into you and run you over. So I think Tyler Reddick's a great example. He's not the only example. I think Kyle Larson's like a 50-50. Jay brought that up as well. He's like a 50-50. Larson's like either really good at his aggression or he does something stupid. It goes either way.
How is that not a yellow?
I think Shane Van Gisbergen as well, especially on the road courses, has shown his aggressive side, and it's been really fair. But he gets after it. Makes some aggressive moves. I'm surprised to see someone pit. We just gained a position. I didn't realize that was a lead lap car. Huh. Who is still a rookie? Who's still a rookie? Who are we talking about now? SVG? SVG is a rookie, but he's got so much experience, of course, with, you know, supercars, and he's raced everything. SVG is crazy. A lot of NASCAR fans don't realize how masterclass talented SVG is yet. Guess what? What, Luke? Kyle Busch Yeah, Kyle Busch. I don't know. I haven't seen Kyle Busch race aggressive
Matt,
in a
you-
long
you
time.
didn't see that, by the way.
Should have done it on the track.
I know Matt O'Brien, one of the 17 Matts in this league. Matt O'Brien's probably really hoping for a yellow. Where's he running? Oh, he's down to 10th. He's lost ground. What? He is really struggling. Andrew's in the catbird seat right now to win this championship. He is all over the back of the leader now. Shane's really falling off. We might be able to get Shane here before this race is over and get to the top 3. If he continues to fade. Chaffe's pretty well matched my lap time. I've definitely ran harder in this run, so I'm a bit concerned for these final, 50 laps or so, and how this car is gonna fall off. I'm just hopeful that everyone else also falls off around me. But I don't know if we're gonna get that lucky. I barely scraped the wall there. They're racing hard for the lead, but Andrew's got it. Championship leader to the lead in Richmond. But the quickest car on track, that white Ford, number 5, very much in the mix. But Shane's not giving up. Shane's going for the lead again. Oh, and Andrew's sliding around. This is great racing up there. I wish we could actually be right in there. But at the same time, I hope they get it sorted out by the time we get there. So that way we're not losing time. We are in great position right now to watch this fight for the lead. Hello, Jared. How are you? Yeah, Shane is definitely slower, but he is fighting so hard for the lead that it's just allowing us to slowly creep on into the mix here. I think it's over now. Andrew's got it. Oh yeah, it's over. Goodbye, they're gonna say. Shane is struggling a lot. Oh, he nearly wrecked Gale. I thought Gale wrecked us, but no, it wasn't Gale. Gale just straight up got wrecked by Morton. I jumped the gun on that one. It was not Gale's fault. At least that's what I'm hearing from just based off of how Race Control described it. Coming up on 41 to go. If it stays green, that is not a lot of racing left with low 20-second lap time. So we're running out of time, but I'm okay with that because we're maintaining 4th. We got a car that can compete for 3rd for sure. gonna leave me the bottom. I know he's.
Gary, you better go catch him.
Oh. You think I'm gonna pull that off?
You better catch him. I'll let you back for it.
I'll try. We've got pretty good pace. Surprisingly good pace.
Tough luck, man.
They're racing for the lead. This is our opportunity to make up some time on them. I think once, if Mahu can clear Andrew, he's just going to be gone. He's just going to, you know, lights out, see you later. But most of ours, Chick Hicks. There it is. Yeah, but a lot of people like Hocevar. No one liked Chick Hicks. Is Hocevar winning this year? I don't think so, personally. Never say never, but look who's here, K17. How you doing? I really hope these two keep fighting a bit. I'm over driving a little bit too much in turn 1, so let's try to clean that up next lap and going forward. Interesting to see them kind of experimenting a little bit with the lanes here, with Andrew kind of going up the track. I don't feel like if I went up there I'd really benefit, so I'm just going to kind of commit. I don't think I have anything for these two, just in general, but they are just all over each other.
Thank you.
Gonna have to let a lap car go here. It's on freshies. Let him go to the inside. He didn't get to me. That's gonna cost me some time. I need you to go, sir. Oh. All right, let's calm down. They got a moment up there too, so we didn't really lose much. If Shane gets back to me, I'm gonna let him go because he let me go to have a chance to run these guys down. It's not quite working out yet at all. 7 cars not leaving a lot of room. Doesn't have to. Mahu to the lead. That might be it. He's probably going to run away. Unless Andrew gets back to him immediately. I'm just going to keep doing my thing here. You know, just on the inside. Let this play out. See what happens. It's a miracle we're running third, considering what we looked like early on. $23 to go, not long. Running out of laps very quickly. This is far from over. Oh, I'm missing everybody in chat right now, as you can tell. Just trying to focus on the end of this race here. But hello if you're just popping in. Hope you're having a great night. Handling is really bad right now. I don't think I've got anything left. Just have to hope these two keep fighting. It's the only thing really keeping us in it. Fifth gear feels better right now. I don't know if it's quicker, but that lap did go a little bit quicker. I just have a bit more grip. Ah. Oh. That was really close to a disaster. Come on. They're racing hard again. This might be our last shot to even get up in the mix here. Shane is quicker than me right now, and he was gracious enough to let me go. I might just let him roll around the outside here.
Thank you, Gary.
Hey, I appreciate you letting me go after it. I'll let you go now. Ah, I got nothing left. It's just hanging on at this point for fourth. Shane's got speed. He really does have some speed here. They are racing all over the track up there for the lead. Maybe just if I would have, you know, been a little bit easier on tires for 10 more laps, it might have been a bit of a different chance of being in the mix here. But I mean, we're still not out of it, but coming to 10 to go. .23.7, okay. I'm very confident I don't have a 23.7 in me at this point. Eight laps. I think we're gonna stay green here. The bills can't be this high. The ads are on the most conservative option, brother. There's nothing else I can do. I promise you. They're on the lowest option.
Thank you.
I have double checked many times. Turning into Fox. Real. Five laps to go. I'm just hanging on. I've got nothing left in the tank. Fourth place would be a great result for us if we can hang on for 5 more. I would be very happy with P4. I said the goal was top 10. I'm not great at Richmond. Richmond's always been one of my weaker tracks, I feel like. So to come out of here with a top 10, I would have been happy. But now we're in position to come out with P4 as long as I don't screw up here in 4 laps. Cafe is really reeling us in here, so we just gotta have a smooth final 3 laps or 2.5. Don't make any mistakes. We'll be okay. Mahu has got this win in the bag unless he slips up. I mean, Andrew's close, but not close enough to make a move unless he Austin Dillon's it. Coming to the white flag. All right, 1 lap to go. Matt's got to be really disappointed. He's in 9th. He's going to have a really hard time trying to beat Andrew next week in the championship finale. All right, there you have it. Through 3 and 4, we'll take P4 in Richmond. Whew. Oh, that was not easy. Yeah, we'll take that. We will absolutely take that. Oh.
Good win, Mahu. Great racing, everybody.
Matt sounds not happy. Oh. We're only going to look at that one crash, really, and then I'll show you guys that the NASCAR Heat 5 stuff really quick. It'll be pretty brief. And then we will wrap up the stream. Oh, my knees hurt. Why do my knees hurt? I remember the Sour Patches request. Maybe we can make that happen now. Oh. All right. Are you guys ready to see some cars here in a second? Trust me when I say you have a lot of cars. I have a lot of cars. All right.
Duncan.
Let's look. I'm going to have to get off the camera so I can actually control this replay properly. So I'll see you guys in a second. Would you be a NASCAR commentator in real life? And if so, would it be Fox, CW, Prime? I would do Fox because they need a they need more energy in life in the commentary booth. NBC doesn't need more life. Lee Diffie's got that covered. I'm sure Prime and them will be okay.
Yeah, look at that right now.
Let's take a look at... there's a couple crashes that we want to take a look at, and that's really it. Where are we looking? I don't really know. There's a crash there, but that was irrelevant to us. This is where it gets more relevant right here. So this is Oppie going for the lead. Okay, hold on. We're 1 lap too early. 1 more lap. Right here. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Oh no. I'm like, uh-oh. And then I just go up here and thank you for second. Chair Owen. My chair is more exciting to watch than I am, to be fair. What lap was that? 94. So we go back green and then get a caution. Wait. Oh no, I'm stupid. Where are we looking? I'm so confused. All right. Okay. What are we on? Lap 105. Restart's gonna be... This is it right here. So Gale is definitely checking. up, obviously. He's on older tires. Mahu kind of... I don't think Mahu's trying to wreck him, but he did. And then... I'd say we chose a better option. I'd rather hit the wall. I'd rather hit the wall than hit the car, so... And we only scraped the wall. So right here... Oh, okay. So I'm coming down the track at this point because I see this guy. Yeah, I see this crash here. Like, so I'm like, okay, get down. Yeah, there's not a whole lot we could have done there. I don't think. Obviously, I think... If I stay up at the wall, I'm probably not getting turned there. But it didn't matter. We didn't lose anything because we did the little 360. And we're like, don't mind if I do. I'm just going to keep going. I want to just see that from the TV cam. And then we'll take a look at NASCAR Heat 5. That's probably the best. If you're going to be in a crash like that, this is the best scenario. You just get a little turn, 360, get it back going straight. That's literally the best outcome because you don't lose anything. The Championship 4 race at Daytona. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hello, Redneck Jesus. The man of the Atlanta mod. Boom. Does that count as a 360 no scope or what? I don't know. And there you have it. Richmond. We come out of here with P4. We'll take P4. I'm quite happy with P4. So we're going to look at some cars in NASCAR Heat 5, and that will be it. We'll wrap up the stream from there. So let's go and take a look here in just a second. You probably see a black screen right now, so just bear with me. I'm loading up NASCAR Heat 5 here. You're going to see like 95% of the schemes because some car slots don't have enough slots to put all the schemes. I'm going to have to rotate them a couple times throughout the season. Cashinero mentioned a Hard Rock car. That's a car that's going to have to get rotated in throughout Season 5 because it's like currently not in. Oh, jeez. You see a screen. You don't see a color. Okay. All right. Avoid the copyright NASCAR Heat 5 music. Let me pull up the game. NASCAR Heat 5. Boom. We did have Lewis Hamilton in NASCAR. Can I just... Why is this black rectangle here? Who cares? That's from iRacing. Alright, let's take a look. I can get back on camera here. This is your guys' very first look. We're going to do this really quick because there's going to be a whole video dedicated to this. So we're only going to spend a few minutes here. So ignore the driver names and stuff. The driver names aren't fully accurate, and also the pictures are not fully accurate. I haven't modded those yet. I haven't taken care of that. That's something for tomorrow. Christopher Bell. We'll jump into Christopher Bell as your first driver. You got his DeWalt Toyota Camry right here. You would have already seen this car, but you got his Yahoo number 20, the Sirius XM number 20. Then we as well. I did bring in some returning schemes from season 4. I wanted to have some schemes returned, so there's a new one here, Reese's paint scheme for Kroger. This one's pretty cool. Then you got the returning Mobile One, the Cheez-It car, this one, Thomas. Shout out to Thomas and the food on the car. Yeah, Cashinero pretty much like made most of the Bell cars, right? Pretty sure you made like all of them just about. Paj made the primary DeWalt car, and then these are just current ones. You're also seeing some spoilers for driver lineup. This has not been announced yet. Josh Berry into the 15 for Rick Ware. You see that paint scheme on the car. He's got Arby's on the car. He's got Panini, Mountain Dew, Food City. This is a really cool race car right here. And that's it for that. Ryan Blaney to 2311 in the number 23 advanced car. You've already seen this one in the video, but you haven't seen the body armor car or the Xfinity mobile car. Yeah, Sanok just takes care of like all of Rick Ware. This car, is that Sala? How are you supposed to say that? I don't know, but you see it there. Excel Energy. Those are the schemes currently for Ryan Blaney. Brent Cruz. So it says Alex Bowman. This is going to be Brent Cruz when all the modding is said and done. So that's Brent Cruz. Currently, it's the only scheme I've got, I think, for Brent Cruz that I found. So Chase Briscoe still got the same Mahindra car, but he's got a new High Point paint scheme. High Point is back after like a season away, so High Point there. You got the Submarine car, which is a little bit of a change. It's got a white base now instead of a black base. And there's also the Darlington specific High Point car. So you got the white and black car. Chris Buescher, brand new primary. Fastenal. Pretty sure D-Money made this one. He made the Subway one as well. The Subway looks really, really cool. I do have to mod in the Justin Haley Subway car still. And then the Submarine car. Again, this one, Castrol Edge has got some new paint schemes there. Then some returning schemes again. But now Coors Light goes on to the 17. This is actually, ignore this one. This is going to be a part-time car. So I changed Kyle Busch's car to a different car. You'll see what I mean. William Byron, primary in the Cadillac, the 24 Exalta machine. Raptor, Valvoline, and Relay. Those are his 4 primary paint schemes that you're going to see throughout the season. Rajah Caruth in the 48 Overstock. You got Valvoline there as well. Microsoft, this is a really cool car. Cashinero pretty well took over the Hendrick Motorsports lineup, and for the most part, and he made some incredible paint schemes. Ross Chastain, Busch Light, Kubota. Paj made a good chunk of the Trackhouse cars for this season. There's a returning scheme, some returning schemes, like I said. Some schemes are just so good that they need to stick around for more than one season. This is going to be Zane Smith in the number 12 money line. There's so many schemes going on for some of these drivers, but you're seeing all the Zane Smith cars here. A lot of these are just Ryan Blaney remakes, but then you got Hunt Brothers Pizza, Menards, and then more Snap-on, Discount Tire, etc. This is a part-time car, so ignore that. We have 2 part-time cars. The Kyle Busch one you already saw, and then this one's going to be a part-time car that's going to be swapped around. So this is Kyle Busch's primary. He's got the Tootsie's black and pink livery. Then you got the 3 Chi. Kubota again. Kubota looks so cool. Busch Light. Wendy's, and then we got some more returning schemes there. Chase Elliott, this is really cool. Cashinero did a great job with this car, and he made a few variants. He did the gold and black one, then he made the Lumar with the flames. This looks really cool. Kelly Blue Book, Chili's, and then Coca-Cola as well. These are all really cool. Ty Gibbs hasn't changed really at all. There is a new Sirius XM paint scheme that looks really cool, as you can see there. But you see a lot of returning schemes. There's not really much you can do with Ty Gibbs. Todd Gilliland in the number 2 new generator car, and then a lot of Menards variants that you'll see. But then you got the Chipotle, the PPG, a new Freightliner paint scheme that's kind of similar to the one in real life. The Frontline number 2. Money Lion, a couple of generator alternates. There was not enough slots on this car to actually put in all the 2-car paint schemes, so there's going to be more. There's going to be more for Noah Gregson as well. Here's his Bass Pro Shops. I showed the wrong one in the video. This is his actual primary. Then you got the Nationwide 88. The Nationwide 88 is back. Hellman's, High Rock, Hello Water, Superior Essex, and then there's a few more that he has. The Brandt one you'll see as well on the track. Justin Haley in the Walmart 60, the FOE car, Submarine, Bodyguard, Castro. You get a way more thorough look when I do the off-season video at these. But some really cool cars for Justin Haley. This is Connor Zilish. It says Denny Hamlin. There's a picture of Sammy Smith. This is Connor Zilish eventually. There's his primary. The WeatherTech car looks really cool. The Kubota car, again, it looks really cool. Flow Racing. Then you got Jockey. You notice the Red Bull incorporation there on like the quarter panel. There's the SpongeBob car. Yeah, Paj took control of Connor Zilish's paint schemes and just knocked them out of the park. Here's Corey Heim. I'm excited to see how he does in this Season 5. There's a couple returning schemes. Then he got Costco. Shout out to Cashinero, whipping up the Costco car. He also made this 3 car for Austin Hill. A few schemes for Austin Hill here. Coca-Cola, Diet Coca-Cola. And then Carson Hocevar, our teammate for Season 5. There's the number 4. He was originally number 7, then we went to number 4. He's got a ton of paint schemes here, and I'm just going to quickly go through them. Tire Pros, Degree, Filter Time, Hellman's again, Jarrett, Nation's Guard, Prime Video, Reese's, and that's it for that. Now, my car only has 3 paint scheme slots, so you're only going to get a very small sample size of my cars, but you will see them all throughout the season. Eric Jones in the 34. A few returning schemes for him from last season, but then you got the new Jack Daniels cars. I'm pretty sure it was D-Money that whipped these up, so those look really cool as well. Christian Eckes replacing Brad Keselowski. We have considered a veteran back, but we don't really know like how we would do it. Keselowski is going to be running the 500 actually for Season 5, but this is all Christian Eckes here in the number 6 going forward. Here is Parker Retzlaff for GMS's new entry. Allegiant, Funkaway, Overton's, the United States Space Force for his car. Kyle Larson. Now, originally, Cashinero was whipping up a really cool Kyle Larson concept on the Camaro. I wonder what it would have looked like on the Cadillac, because I think it would have been really, really cool. Then you got Valvoline and Wawa. That's what we got for Larson so far. Joey Logano in the number 22 Pennzoil machine. And then you got Auto Trader. That's a returning car. Here's a new car. This is Verizon. And then you got Hunt Brothers Pizza. This is a returning scheme here. The AAA Insurance. Powerades coming back again. And that's what we got for Logano. Jesse Love in the Wheelin 33. I expect to see him run significantly better. He's going to be like the top guy at RCR in Season 5. Here's a really cool paint scheme. Was it Surix that made this one? I think it might have been Surix. Bet MGM, Lucas Oil, Cenix. And that's it for the 33. Taylor Gray in the 55 for Tricon's entry. Got a couple schemes for him. You got the pedigree one right at the end. I like that we're keeping the rookie stripes, unlike real life NASCAR. Ryan Preece is still at Rick Ware in the 51. There you see the Sonic car. Tyler Reddick, a few changes here with the Xfinity Mobile. Sirius XM again on the 45. You got that Monster Juice Mango Loco car. Then the Money Lion, and then Logitech. I got a few more Reddick cars in rotation to come in throughout the season. Nick Sanchez for Andretti Global. They have a new number font. I think Sanok, it might have been that came up with that number font, but there's Sanchez. William Sawalich in the 43 only has 3 schemes to start, and they're all the same as last season, actually, for William Sawalich. And then, is that Colton Herta? I guess you could say it's kind of like Colton Herta. Chandler Smith has got a new primary with Yahoo. Wanted to change it up a little bit. He's got like a different scheme for every slot here. Mavis Tire, Interstate, Oreo, Alaska Airlines, Sport Clips, Lay's, Chips, Blue Buffalo, and then the actual quick tie car. And then here's my car, the primary Target number 8 on the Cadillac. This looks exceptional. Cashinero, by far, is my favorite paint scheme that's been made in the entire career mode. Just lucky it's on my car. Tire Pros 8 and Hellman's 8. There's a lot more for my car, so stay tuned throughout the season. You will see a lot more of my cars. This is going to be Bubba Wallace in the 28 for Andretti Global. 1 scheme currently for him. Then you got, this is going to be Alex Bowman. Ignore the fact that it says Jackson Storm, but this will be Alex Bowman. In the number 19, Ally, you got the Reesers, and then you got a couple like Ally variants here. And then we move on to Shane Van Gisbergen So he's got the WeatherTech. Looks really cool. I got the Red Bull accent on the quarter panel again. You got, I don't even know. I don't know what the sponsor is on here. Unishippers. Or what? Oh, it's the Wex car. Okay. Then you got the Kubota 97. I love these Kubota cars. These Kubota cars are so cool. Quad lock. And then here is the GoPro Red Bull car. Look at this GoPro Red Bull car. Shout out to Paj. Made a absolute heater of a paint scheme there. Then you got Wendy's, and then another black and blue variant of Wex. Ty Dillon in the number 16 for colleague. Lee Filter, South Point. Modern Day Garage. This is a really cool paint scheme right here. I think this might be a contender for one of my favorite schemes of the season. I think the colors and the design looks really cool. Then Celsius as well. And the final car, it's Sammy Smith replacing the Connor Zilish from last season. 27 for Andretti. Then you got the All-State Peterbilt Group car. And then Group 1001 and Golden Harvest. And that is it. That is it for Season 5 scheme. There is going to be more that rotate throughout the season. There's always some that get added in as the season goes on. So you're going to see more no matter what. And especially on my car, there's a load of paint schemes, but I'm not going to show them. I'm kind of glad I didn't have them all in because I want you guys to see those cars on my car as the season goes on for a bit of a surprise. So, but yeah, we're close to Season 5. I've still got a bit of modding to do, so it's still going to be a little bit, but we are really, really close. So this is the part-time car, and then the Cole Custer car that we saw earlier right here. That's also a part-time car that will, both of those cars will rotate as different drivers and manufacturers and cars as the season goes on. But yeah, stay tuned for Season 5. We're going to wrap things up right now. So I'm going to hop off camera so I can come over here and get ready to end the stream. No, Kyle Busch is not part-time. It's just the Kyle Busch car from last season is part-time. This car has a lot of bad luck, so I took Kyle Busch out of that car, basically. And he will be in a car that hopefully has far better luck in Season 5. So, but outside of that, that is going to do it for the stream. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to be live again on Monday. We have a league race on Monday night in Gears Racing League for the Daytona 500, so I'll be live with that. Jay will hopefully be there if he's feeling better from his toothache. And I'll see you guys then. Appreciate you guys being here all stream. We were looking for a top 10 tonight. We got 4th, so we will gladly take P4 off of the win last week as well at Talladega. So a great result. I don't know what the points look like in Nitro, but we'll see what it looks like going into the season finale next week in the Nitro Racing League. Yeah, enjoy Circuit of the Americas tomorrow as well. I'm excited for that, and we'll see how that race goes. And fortunately, we'll get to talk about it on Monday here on the stream. And enjoy NASCAR, enjoy IndyCar as well. We're the next Connor Zilish, there it is. But I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you so much one more time for watching. I appreciate everybody in here. David, Redneck Jesus, Train, Benjamin, PH, of course, Cashinero popping in, talking about the cars. Appreciate you kind of chiming in there to kind of give some info. Happy Gaming, Lala Larson. Did I say PH yet? Matthew, Shadow, East Metro as always. Metro is always here. Appreciate you, Metro. But yeah, everybody, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you all Monday evening for some more League Racing Daytona 500. Thank you all. Have yourselves a great night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you later.